Hey, Brandon Vukic here with Rebecca, and we are in Algona, and I bet you don't know where that's at. This is the south end of King County. If you know where Auburn and Federal Way are located, then you'll have an idea where Algona is. It's the very south end, and King County goes from Algona all the way up to Shoreline, so it's really long, all through Seattle on the east side. So anyway, let's talk about the good things about this location is the access to highways. Your 167, which runs from Puyallup all the way to Renton. You have Highway 18, which runs from Federal Way to connect to I-5, and then all the way up to Issaquah. So it's a great, convenient location, especially if you're a commuter. You're on a little bit of a busier street. It's Algona Boulevard, not that big a deal. You do get some Highway 167 traffic noise, but let's go in this first unit here. These are townhome style 2-bed units, built in 88, and I don't think anything's been updated since 88. Just to let you know, you do get a nice guest bath down here, which is good. You get a full-size washer dryer location, which is good. And then you're about the typical size for a 2-bedroom, apartment, just about anywhere. Old appliances, everything, with a backyard and a huge shed. So there's something to think about. Okay, then we'll go upstairs and take a look. Nice extra linen storage here. Bedroom number 1. Be kind of bright with the sunlight right now. Old original windows from 88. Good sized bedroom though. There's your full bath. Utilities are off, sorry. Can't turn any lights on. And then this other second bedroom, you have wall heaters. So there's no furnace in this unit. This is all wall heater heated. And then view facing west, which will get a lot of sunlight in the afternoon, and a good sized parking lot. Okay, here's the gem of the opportunity, this value add opportunity. This is a perfect house hack, owner occupied property, because you can get some equity by just fixing up, new flooring, new paint. But this is a big, I really think this was built for an owner. I'm not kidding. So, we have the original curtains and everything, the drapes. I'm sure the older lady that lived here, it's under an estate. She probably lived in this unit. It's maintained too well with all the original old 80s appliances, old dishwasher, range, and they're very clean, and I'm sure they still work fine. And so this really just shows this cool little old can opener and knife sharpener. Shows owner occupied love and attention, even though the carpets have probably never been updated. Big, huge kind of a family room. And then you actually get a garage with this unit, huge garage, and another half bath right there. Let's go upstairs. Okay, upstairs you have your 2-bedroom, just like next door, but they're bigger. Again, here's your first kind of guest extra bathroom or bedroom. You have a big full-size utility room, which is great. Full-size washer, dryer, a ton of room in there. And check out this awesome 80s vintage master suite. You have a jetted tub. Who wouldn't want that? Big 3/4 shower. Very, very clean for how old it is. In purple. Very purple. Now let's check out the owner's massive, and I mean massive, bedroom. This could have been a 3-bedroom apartment. Hear the echo in here? That's because this closet is huge. Walk-in closet here, number 1. And then let's take a trek to the other side of the room for walk-in closet number 2. This is all the second big bedroom. This should have been a 3-bedroom apartment, but I believe that they built this because it was meant for an owner-occupied owner that wanted a lot of space. This feels like a townhome that you would buy and live in. This is very big size. I bet this would rent for over $2,000. The other side's probably about $1,850. So you might be looking at about $3,850 or so a month in revenue. I will do an analysis, a snapshot on this, so stay tuned for that.
All right, welcome back, multifamily investors. We toured this one this morning, and I thought I would run some numbers to show you. This is not a very good non-owner occupied investor deal like what I am. I don't live in the units that I buy to rent out. But for the house hacker type, the owner occupied buyer, this is, I think, a fantastic deal because of the layout, and it makes you feel like you actually living in a decent sized townhome. If you watch the video, I'll just real quick go show you though again. If you came in halfway, this is what it is. It's a duplex. They're both townhome style, 2 beds, 1.5 bath. But the main side with the garage is a lot bigger, which you saw. So at the asking price of $630, 25% down, probably like 7.5%. I'm figuring in here, there's a lot of vague missing information, so I have to kind of ballpark, and that's why I call this a snapshot, right? This isn't the end all analysis. But if we say that the buyer, the investor, is going to occupy the main larger unit, I still think you could probably get $1,850 for the smaller one. And if you remodeled, probably getting closer to $1,995 or better. And that's having the tenants pay their own share of water, sewer, trash, which is huge. They're obviously going to pay their own electric, but splitting that utility and having that be recaptured by the tenants is always, I think, a must. But anyway, if we look over here, this is not too bad for a mortgage payment when you're considering about renting something for about $2,000 or so, $2,200, but you're going to own it and start your real estate empire. $2,400 a month to cover your side of the nut on the things there, plus probably some utilities, of course, but that's typical. And when I do my snapshot, just so you see, this comes up red for the DSCR. I like to have that flagged. Oh, that's going to be super low though. Sorry, because I'm not including the actual other rent. But we scroll down to give you an example of what the snapshot looks like. This is where I ballpark things to see if the deal is worth considering or not, and what the returns would look like on the current and actual versus pro forma or market. So again, I think, for a non-owner occupied, if I put in here, if you're consider looking at something like this, I'll show you why I don't think it really works. Even if you filled it as is, dated, just cleaned it up, $2,018.50, you're probably going to lose about $500 a month, and that's not a good deal, right? Putting $178,000 down, and even if you got to market rent, you're probably still negative. So that's why this deal doesn't work for someone like me, unless, again, people ask, how do you make things cash flow? Well, you probably got to put more down, right? And then we can probably get closer there. But I think this property probably should be actually closer to 570 something. Whoops. And now you're going to get a little bit better on your target per door net cash flow. I mean, obviously we'd like to see 150, 200 plus per door. It's just very tough these days to go the traditional route with 25% down. So you got to put more down or work some other levers here. Maybe get a better rate somehow by buying it down if you can, right? So there you have it. I think it's ideal for a house hacking owner occupied buyer, which we see a lot of. You could go in here with probably FHA or VA or conventional, and you'll see that this vibe of this property just felt more like an owner occupied townhome, like a house. Now the downsides I mentioned, I think you're on a busier street here, but the location, if you're a commuter, either north or south, is pretty ideal. You have a lot of freeway access, good location in South King County, and there you have it. So if you have any deals that need numbers ran, or you want my 2 cents, just let me know. Hit me up with an email or a message, and happy to help. Thank you for watching.